Hi, my name is Pardon Blessings Maoneke. I'm here to give a talk on the views and experiences of selected South African lecturers on COVID-19 emergency learning use lessons learned. So I'm here to present this paper on behalf of my colleagues. So overall, this presentation or this talk is going to cover the following main areas. As one would imagine, the adoption and use of e-learning is low in Africa when compared to other continents. Some other continents have experienced advancement in technology use, for instance, the introduction of MOOCs, as well as previous outbreaks of viruses like the previous SARS. They've sort of prepared these other continents to be ready for outbreaks like COVID that we are having at the present moment. So you find that the outbreak of COVID sort of motivated universities to make use of e-learning, as this was the only option available for universities to salvage their daily operations. As a result, it is interesting to see what are the views of the lecturers, what do they feel about the whole process, what were their experiences, and so forth. So in this particular paper, we are going to mainly try to look at that and see what is maybe their future insights in terms of whether they wish to continue using the technology or not, and also reflect on possible implications on human-computer interaction. E-learning can be facilitated by different technologies, and people would consider an online course to be one that has at least 80% of its material delivered online. And in South Africa, e-learning is quite important because it's seen as one of the ways that can be used to redress the challenges that was faced by the education sector during the colonial era. So in addition to a normal use of e-learning, you also find that e-learning can be used under emergence conditions. And Regis, in this case, here defined what is an emergence use of e-learning. So when used under emergence conditions, e-learning often results in a number of issues around which are experienced by both lecturers and students. And below here is a list of the different things that were faced by lecturers. For instance, they noticed the lack of skills. Lecturers felt detached from students. Lecturer failed to ascertain the level of engagement with their students, like they can't really see their students, so they sort of struggle to understand to what extent are they being engaged with their students. Furthermore, some struggle to facilitate holistic teaching. You want to give examples, you want to give practicals, and so on. And also some lecturers felt that the workload was a little bit more. So these are some of the issues that were raised by lecturers in the literature when they were using e-learning under COVID-19 emergence conditions. So to meet the research objectives of this study, we used a qualitative research methodology in which selected South African lecturers were targeted. We only focus on those at public universities, and data was gathered by use of interview questions that were distributed using Google Docs, and they were presented in the form of open-ended questions. So this is the simple profile of all the participants. So our study findings pointed to the issues of concern, mainly the lack of resources, inconsistency in students' participation, increased workloads, as well as some lecturers got to experience maybe what we can call awareness as they were learning from the scratch how to make use of e-learning. So they got to be aware of how to make use of technologies for education purposes. Given our findings, I believe human-computer interaction experts can look into learning management systems and see if they can incorporate these so that learning can be improved. So that is it from me. Thank you.